We're going to be checking Starfield DLSS 3.5 before and after, and we're going to be doing it in 4K. I hope you got your hot chocolate ready, ladies and gentlemen. We're diving in. So we're going to be taking a look at this Nexus mod, and we're going to be looking at Reddit, we're going to be looking at YouTube, see what everybody has to say about it. We're going to try it out ourselves. Should be good times. Thanks for joining me. Here we go. Alright, so we have our 3 links open. All the links will be in the description, but this is the basic idea. We're using this Starfield upscaler. We're going to replace FSR2 with DLSS. Or XESS if you want to use an Intel card. The main files, of course, are available on Nexus Mods. Just go ahead and log in. Do your thing, 21. Create an account. It's a valuable resource, that's for sure. So I went for the very first option, the Starfield upscaler with reshade. And it has been treating me good. Spoiler alert, it is a win. But you guys will have to check that out for yourselves. You can do the standalone if you don't want the CAS reshade. They both have the auto HDR fix. Then what you want to do is you also want to download the upscaler base plugin. This bad boy, of course, is required. And then, of course, in third place, you're going to download your version of DLSS. So in this particular case, we grabbed DLSS 3.5. Alright, now we're going to show in folder. We're just going to grab all 3 of them. Put them in. We're going to copy them. And we're going to move them to our desktop. That's what I like to do. I like to do everything on the desktop. As you can see, there's all kinds of stuff on my desktop. So we're going to paste them over there. They're going to show up, you know, wherever they want to show up. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into our Starfield directory. In this case, I put mine over on G. Da-doing. It's in Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, and Starfield. So this is your base directory right here. And from here, of course, we're just going to add in all of these files.
Hello there.
Just taking a break from reality. We're checking out the CatCam, ladies and gentlemen. Don't question it. Oh, we do have one. Oh, there she is. She's half asleep. What you doing, sweetie? She doesn't care. She doesn't care. Alright, back to the project. Alright, so we're going to unpack our files. Doing our 3 downloaded files that we've just moved to the desktop, or wherever you like to put them. So we're going to do our upscaler. So we're going to unpack these bad boys. Extract all, and we're going to put them in our Starfield directory. In this case, again, on G, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, and Starfield. So we're just going to pop them right in here, select folder, and go to town. In this case, I'm just going to replace them because, again, I already did download them, but for the purpose of the video, we're replacing them. In second place, we're going to do our upscaler base. We're going to grab this guy, doing extract all, and we're going to pop it this time into, head into the same spot, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, Starfield, only we're going to put it in mods. There it is in mods. I'm going to select that folder and extract. Same thing, we're just going to replace it. Boom. No big deal. Such is life. You know what I'm saying? Alright, and in third place, we're going to do our actual DLSS. this guy right here. We're going to extract this guy, and we're going to pop it into Steam library, Steam apps, common. I should almost leave this open. Starfield, mods, and we're going to put it in the upscaler based plugin folder right here. Extract. We're going to replace that bad boy. And then you are good to go. Then you can launch Starfield. Now, apparently on Game Pass, your actual Starfield directory will be Starfield/content. So there will be a content folder as well if you're on Game Pass. Now keep in mind, if you are on Game Pass and you're doing this, the only thing that has been reported so far is it can partially break controller support. So you actually have to unplug your controller once you start the game and then plug your controller back in. And that's basically the whole solution. If you unplug the controller and plug it back in. So it's not that big a deal. Now we're going to try it before and after. Beautiful game, by the way, Bethesda. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and turn on the FPS so that we can see for ourselves. Alright, we've got the FPS in full effect. Boing. We're on our ship down to 52, 54. It's nighttime here. 55. We're just walking around inside our ship. 54, 55. Motion isn't exactly the smoothest. 54. This is looking good. This is a nice little test. Okay, let's have a look at our settings. So these are the settings that we're dealing with on the old Starfield. So we're in 4K. Dynamic resolution is on. Doesn't seem to affect much. I haven't noticed any up or down scaling. Render resolution, we're leaving it at 75%. Graphics preset, of course, custom. I like to do high shadows, ultra indirect lighting, high reflections, medium particle quality, medium volumetric lighting, high crowd density, motion blur off, GTAO high, grass quality ultra, contact shadows medium, VSync on, and we're going to leave it on FSR 2. That's big. That's a big deal. Sharpening at 100%. VRS is on. I turned off film grain, intensity, depth of field, and of course motion blur. Those are all off. Ladies and gentlemen, fingers crossed. And you saw that little message in the top there, or at least I did. That's how you know your plugin is moving, working. Words. Ha ha, yeah. Anytime you want to, now you can press the end button on your keyboard. Doing. And in the top left there, let me just go ahead and adjust it for those of you on mobile. See that? There's that little window up there in the top left now. Uh-huh. $56, $57, $55, down to $54, $53. So in 4K, we're looking at pretty much the same. The only major difference is the motion looks a little smoother and everything looks better. So I'll be honest, at least for me, the improvements are very minimal, but still effective. Everything looks a little better. The motion is a little better. The FPS has gone up by 1 to 3 in 4K. So from FSR 2 to DLSS 3.5, without the addition of frame generation, without AI, it needs to be enabled on the engine side, so it needs to be enabled in the game. But just the upscaling technology itself, the DLSS 3.5 does appear to be looking a lot better than the FSR2. So here's hoping that they actually add in frame generation so that we can really take advantage of this. Because at least for now, we've really only gone up by, you know, we were 54 sitting still, now we're 55, 56. We've gone up by like 1 to 2 FPS average. So it is not that big a deal, but it looks better. So if you want the same, if you want actually slightly better visuals, oh, here we go. 55, 57, 56. So if you want better visuals and slightly smoother motion, and you're on an Nvidia card, then this is the way. You're gonna get some slightly better overall. Let's see what we can tweak though. What if we turn this down to high? And we get shadows to medium even, maybe? What else do we got? We're gonna leave that. And GTAO to medium. Let's see what that does for us. Not a lot. Motion is smoother though. What can we do here? Let's take the shadows down to medium. Or we can leave those on high and bring indirect down. Let's see what that does for us. Nothing at all. Let's bring those shadows down to medium. That'll do it, right? Oh yeah. Now we're getting some. Now we're getting there. So unfortunately, we're just gonna have to leave some of the settings down to stay kind of where we are, 4K wise. The DLSS is still making it look better, just amazingly better. But in all honesty, the winning settings, at least for the 3080 Ti, are a little bit lower than I was hoping. I mean, you can't ask for a lot, but dang. Let's bring reflections down to medium. Crowd density can still stay high. That doesn't really do much of anything, but let's just do medium settings and leave grass at ultra. We could even bring grass down, I'll be honest. That's not going to be that big a deal. Alright. What do we got now? We changed options that have nothing to do with the ship, so it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. Alright, alright. FSR2, DLSS2, very competitive, very similar, almost the exact same results, but on an Nvidia card you are going to get slightly crisper images, slightly better motion, and at least in 4K on a 3080 Ti we got an average of 2 FPS gain. But it is what it is, you know? If you want the real money, get a 4090 or a 7900 XTX. I guess you wouldn't have the real money after that, but at least you'd have better gameplay. Thanks for joining us today, my friends.
Hello there.
Right on.